The river carried silver light beneath the moonlit sky. The city glowed beyond the trees as evening wandered by. I heard the water softly move along the quiet shore, like it was telling stories no one had heard before. I came without a destination, just following the breeze. Then I saw you standing there among the willow trees. The night seemed to hold its breath the moment our eyes met, like a page waiting patiently for words not written yet. The stars above were shining like lanterns in the blue, and every road I'd ever taken somehow led to you. Whispers by the riverside, floating through the air, turning simple moments into memories we share. Whispers by the riverside, soft as summer rain. Every word you gave to me still echoes once again. The moon reflected on the waves in lines of silver gold, and every dream you spoke about felt beautiful and bold. We talked about forgotten songs and places yet unseen, about the little miracles that happen in between. The world beyond kept moving on, with headlights passing by. The time slowed down beside the water, underneath the sky. There was music in the silence between your hand and mine, like a melody discovering its perfect final line. a lantern made of gold, shining through the summer leaves and stories left untold. The cafes were closing one by one, their windows glowing warm, while a distant train beyond the hills sang its midnight song. I wandered through the quiet air without a plan in mind. Then I saw you by the corner light and left the world behind. You smiled and all the city noise seemed farther than before, like every crowded avenue had opened up the door. The night was moving softly, like a slow and gentle tide, and every beat within my chest was impossible to hide. Moon over Cherry Street, shining on your face, turning ordinary moments into scenes of timeless grace. Moon over Cherry Street, glowing silver bright, you became my favorite memory in the middle of the night. The breeze carried the scent of rain from gardens down the lane, and every little passing cloud softened the moon again. We talked about the lives we'd lived, the roads that brought us here, the victories and heartaches collected through the years. The stars above the rooftops seemed closer than before, like they were leaning down to hear what we were wishing for. A lonely saxophone somewhere was drifting through the dark, memories that remain, like melodies returning again and again. Moon over Cherry Street, still shining in my soul, like the final note of a love song, making broken pieces whole. Moon over Cherry Street, brighter than the stars above. Every beam of silver moonlight carries echoes of our love. Moon over Cherry Street, moon over Cherry Street. The moon still shines on Cherry Street tonight. I found an old cafe tonight beneath a silver sky, the kind of place where memories and midnight dreams pass by. The window held reflections of streetlights dressed in gold, and every little corner seemed to have a story told. I sat beside the rainy glass with nowhere else to be. Then your smile arrived like music and settled next to me. The city kept on moving, but somehow time stood still, like the night it made a promise only our hearts could feel. The moon was drawing pictures across the avenue, and every line it painted was leading me to you. Moonlit letters in my heart, written softly in the dark. Every word you gave to me left a gentle little spark. Moonlit letters in my heart, floating like a melody, turning lonely evenings into beautiful memories. The coffee cups grew colder as the hours drifted by. We traded little secrets underneath the sleepy sky. You told me about places you'd always hoped to see, and every dream you carried felt a little close to me. Outside, the river shimmered with silver waves of light, while distant laughter echoed through the quiet night. I wish the hands of every clock would simply stay in place, so I could keep forever this moment and your face. The stars above were listening, like an audience so true, and every note the evening played sounded a little like you. cafe, a hand reaching for mine. A simple night becoming a memory frozen in time. Moonlit letters in my heart, still shining through the years, like a song that keeps on playing long after it disappears. Moonlit letters in my heart, brighter than the stars above. Every page the moonlight writes tells the story of our love. Moonlit letters in my heart, moonlit letters in my heart. The moon still writes your name across my heart tonight. Moonflowers bloom beside the road, where the evening lingers late. Their petals catch the silver light, like secrets left to fade. The city hums a distant tune beyond the riverside, while shadows drift through sleepy streets with nowhere left to hide. I came here chasing quiet thoughts and a little peace of mind. Then your reflection crossed the water and left the world behind. A gentle breeze moved through the trees, light brushes on a snare, and suddenly the night felt full of magic everywhere. The moon was hanging low above a sky of deep sapphire, and every glance you gave to me lifted my heart a little higher. Moonflowers after midnight, blooming in the blue, like a thousand little wishes coming true with you. Moonflowers after midnight, shining soft and bright, turning simple moments into pieces of starlight. We wandered down a narrow lane where lanterns softly glowed, talking about forgotten dreams and roads we'd never known. The river carried silver waves beneath the sleeping moon, while somewhere from an open window drifted an old jazz tune. You laughed and all the world around seemed warmer than before, like every locked and lonely room had opened up a door. The stars appeared between the clouds, one by one above, as if the sky itself was learning the language of our love. The hours felt weightless, like feathers in the air, the kind of night that leaves its mark long after it's not there. Moonflowers after midnight, blooming in the blue, like 1,000 little wishes coming true with you. Moonflowers after midnight, shining soft and bright, turning simple moments into pieces of starlight. Maybe every lonely evening, every star I've wished upon was quietly preparing me for the night you'd come along. Maybe love is like a flower that opens when it's right, growing silently and beautifully after midnight. Moonflowers after midnight still blossom in my soul, like the final note of a love song, making scattered pieces whole. Moonflowers after midnight, underneath the heavens above, every silver petal carries the memory of our love. Moonflowers after midnight, moonflowers after midnight. Moonflowers after midnight, still blooming in my heart tonight.
A little cafe by the square was closing for the night.
Coffee cups and quiet laughter faded with the light. The evening air was cool and sweet, the boulevard was blue. I thought I knew what loneliness was before I ran into you. The barista flipped the open sign, the last guest drifted home, but somehow in that fading hour I didn't feel alone. A gentle breeze through maple trees moved that set my heart on fire. Coffee, moonlight, and you, like a perfect jazz tune. Everything felt beautiful beneath the lazy moon. Down the riverside without a destination, talking about forgotten dreams and future celebrations. The water held the city lights like diamonds drifting free, and every story that you shared painted new colors in me. Distant boat moved quietly across the midnight tide, while the stars above seemed closer, with you by my side. The world beyond kept moving, cars and people passing through. The sound of me and you. The hours felt like minutes, the minutes felt too few. Every second seemed determined to bring me close to you. Coffee, moonlight, and you, that's all the night required. Three simple things together that set my heart on fire. Coffee, moonlight, and you, like a perfect jazz tune. Everything felt beautiful beneath the lazy moon. Maybe that's what happened on that quiet avenue, when the moonlight met the coffee and my heart discovered you. Coffee, moonlight, and you, still dancing in my soul, like the final note of a love song, making broken pieces whole. Coffee, moonlight, and you, a memory shining through. And if I had one wish tonight, I'd could spend forever here with you. Coffee, moonlight, and you. Coffee, moonlight, and you. The coffee has grown cold. The moon is still. The city wears a coat of gold beyond the balcony. Street lights sparkle far below, like stars upon the sea. A summer breeze drifts through the night, softly through my hair, carrying distant melodies from somewhere in the air. I lean against the railing, watching clouds drift slowly by. Then I see your silhouette beneath the moonlit sky. You smile and all the noise below fades into the blue, as if the whole world paused a while just to welcome you. The evening feels enchanted, like a dream becoming true. Every star above the city seems to shine for me and you. Starlight on the balcony, dancing on your face, turning ordinary moments into timeless little days. Starlight on the balcony, floating through the air like a beautiful jazz melody only our hearts can hear. The moon hangs over rooftops like a pearl upon the night, while windows glow like lanterns in the distance shining bright. We talk about tomorrow and memories long gone, the kind of conversations you wish could carry on. The breeze keeps moving gently, like a rhythm soft and slow, keeping perfect time with us as the hours come and go. 1,000 lights below us paint reflections in your eyes, and everyone feels brighter than the stars across the sky. The night keeps unfolding like pages from a song, and every note it gives us makes me wanna stay longer. Starlight on the balcony, dancing on your face, turning ordinary moments into timeless little gentle smile and a sky painted blue. No fireworks, no grand parade, no need for anything new. Just the moonlight, the music, and a little time with you. Starlight on the balcony, still shining in my soul, like the final note of a slow jazz tune, making scattered pieces whole. Starlight on the balcony, under heaven's velvet hue. Every light across the city reminds me of you. Starlight on the balcony, starlight on the balcony. The city falls asleep, the stars remain above, and so does our love. Blue roses at midnight rest upon the windowsill. Moonlight spills across the room, and everything is still. The city hums beyond the glass in shades of gold and gray, while distant headlights paint the dark before they fade away. I wrap my hands around a cup of coffee gone lukewarm, listening to the quiet rain outside the storm. Then your message lights my phone like a star across the sea. A simple "How are you tonight?" means more than it should to me. The clock keeps moving slowly, but my heart is taking flight, following every little word you send into the night. Blue roses at midnight, blooming in the dark. Every thought of you becomes a tiny shining spark. Blue roses at midnight, soft as velvet skies, growing in the secret garden hidden behind my eyes. The rain keeps tapping rhythms against the window pane like brushes on a snare drum, repeating your name again. The moon peeks through the clouds, then disappears from sight like a shy and silver dancer moving through the night. I imagine distant places where we could walk someday, beside rivers full of moon things arrive so gently. You barely know they're there until they fill the empty spaces with something rare. Blue roses at midnight, blooming in the dark. Every thought of you becomes a tiny, shining spark. Blue roses at midnight, soft as velvet skies, growing in the secret garden hidden behind my eyes. Maybe love begins as whispers, too quiet to explain, like moonlight on a rooftop or music in the rain. Maybe that's why every evening feels a little bright, whenever thoughts of you appear, like blue roses at midnight. Blue roses at midnight, still blooming in my soul, like the final line of a love song, making broken pieces whole. Blue roses at midnight, under stars above, every petal holds a memory of a slowly growing love. Blue roses at midnight, blue roses at midnight. Blue roses at midnight, blooming in my heart tonight.
The evening slipped into the room through curtains made of gold, bringing whispers from the city and stories yet untold. A candle flickered on the table beside a cup of tea, while distant jazz from down the street drifted quietly to me. I watched the moon above the rooftops, painting silver on the sky. Then I saw your reflection as you gently walked by. You smiled, and for a moment the whole world seemed to sway, like a melody was waiting for the words we couldn't say. The stars were shining softly, like diamonds in the blue, and every little dream I had was slowly leading to you. Dancing with the moonlight, turning circles in my mind, like a sweet and gentle rhythm, too beautiful to leave behind.
The boulevard was glowing in shades of amber and pearl. 1,000 tiny lights reflected across the sleeping world. We wandered by the riverside beneath the summer air, talking about forever, like we could almost see it there. The water carried moonbeams across the quiet shore, and every step beside you made me want a little more. The night felt like a painting brushed in silver, gold, and blue, and every color seemed inspired by the simple sight of you. Time moved like a slow jazz record, spinning smooth and low, and neither one of us had anywhere else to go. Dancing with the moonlight, turning circles in my mind, like a sweet and gentle rhythm, too beautiful to leave behind. Dancing with the moonlight, with your hand holding mine. Every heartbeat found its melody, every moment felt divine. Maybe love is just a moment that decides to stay, a quiet spark that finds your heart and softly lights the way. Maybe all the roads behind us, every chance and every view, we're leading through the moonlight to a night that started with you. Dancing with the moonlight, like a dream that came alive, turning ordinary hours into memories that survive. Dancing with the moonlight, underneath the starry blue, and if this night could last forever, I'd spend forever here with you. Dancing with the moonlight. Dancing with the moonlight. The moon is still dancing, and so is my heart with you. The evening slipped into the room through curtains made of gold, bringing whispers from the city and stories yet untold. A candle flickered on the table beside a tea, while distant jazz from down the street. The evening poured its amber glow across the cafe floor. A familiar jazz tune lingered by the half-closed wooden door. Outside, the city drifted by in rivers made of light, while I sat with a cup of coffee and watched the falling night. The air was warm with cinnamon and echoes of old songs. Then you walked in smiling softly, like you'd been there all along. A quiet kind of magic settled gently in the room, like the first star of the evening appearing through the blue. The moon climbed over rooftops above the avenue, and every little thing around me started feeling new. At the Velvet Sky Cafe, where the midnight colors sway, you turned an ordinary evening into something that would stay. At the Velvet Sky Cafe, beneath the moon's soft ray, I found a little piece of love that carried my heart away. We talked about forgotten books and places near the sea, about little dreams we carried and who we hoped to be. The waiter stacked the empty chairs, the lights were growing low, but neither one of us was ready to stand up and go. Outside, the rain began to fall in gentle silver lines, and every drop upon the glass seemed perfectly in time. The saxophone kept singing from somewhere in the room, wrapping every word we shared in a velvet kind of blue. The stars beyond the clouds were hidden out of sight, yet somehow all the heavens felt close dance across a tiny table, a smile that feels like home, a simple night that somehow says you'll never walk alone. At the Velvet Sky Cafe, the memory remains like moonlight dancing on the river after summer rain. At the Velvet Sky Cafe, I still hear the music play, and if I close my eyes,